Hey everyone, and welcome to Sketching with Sarah. I'm Sarah, and this video is all about my website. So this video, I'm going to be giving you a little tour of my freshly made art website that I created in just a day with the help of Squarespace. This video is not sponsored, but I had such a good experience that I just thought I'd show you the final product. I'm really impressed with myself, and Squarespace made it pretty easy for me to create my own custom website that fits my brand and made it so simple that even I could put it together. So without further ado, let's get right into my website. So here we have my good old Google Chrome browser here. So if you just go to sketchingwithsarah.com and hit your enter key, you'll notice that it'll change right on into my regular name. And yes, my full name is Sarah Navigado. I figured I would just bite the bullet and tell you guys because it's who I am. And although I'm a little paranoid, I figure the worst that can happen is people know who I really am. And yes, that comes with a lot of scary precautions that I have to do about that. And with you guys knowing my full name, I figured I am my brand and I'm the artist to my brand, so it makes sense for me to share my last name with you guys. So as you can see, my website is also, you can type in sarahnavigado.com, but if it makes it easier, sketchingwithsarah.com works just as well. So this is the logo I created for my senior project class when I graduated back in May. So I have my for real here, of course. And if you notice here too, I have my little logo here in the corner as well. It's kind of my logo, if you know what I mean. So not only are they on all of my social medias, but I have this cleaned up version for my website as well. And then I've got a work section, about section, shop section, and then links to all of my social media on the right here. And then my beautiful long artist statement. And I would encourage you to take a look at it on my website yourself because it is pretty lengthy, but I feel like it really sums up why I create art, why I love animals so much, and why I combine the two to create such interesting pieces of art, I would say. This is one of my favorite works from my portfolio when I graduated. It's called Star Employee, and we'll see it in my portfolio section as well. But I feel like this one really showcases everything I can do in one drawing. So moving on down here, we have a couple other sections. We've got my BFA portfolio and If Disney Humans Were Animals series. And what's cool about this is a little animation when you hover over them. It kind of does this in and out situation, which I think is pretty cool. And Squarespace made all of that really easy. I didn't want too many crazy animations, but I feel like this is a nice touch. All these links are clickable too, so I can either click the images here or click on the titles themselves and they'll go right to the next section. And then if you scroll down even farther, again, I have all of my social medias here. And here I like how when you kind of hover over it here, it changes a little bit in opacity there is kind of cool. And then I got my rights statement here, which I think is really important if you're going to make yourself an art website that has all of your original works on it. It's really important to have some kind of protection here, just so that everyone knows that all of the content on this website is copyrighted by you. So this is a little blurb here for my safety. So let's get right on into my BFA portfolio. Now it's really cool when it like appears like that, if you know what I mean. Some really subtle animations that I think really pull everything together. So like I said, this is my BFA portfolio, that's Bachelor of Fine Arts. I have an Associate's in Arts degree and a Bachelor in Fine Arts degree. So this was my final portfolio I created for my graduation, basically. So here's my Star Employee drawing, my Catch drawing, goat picking, Koala Criminal, and while in this semester where I created all of this work, I actually started my YouTube channel during that quarantine, and I was coming up with more ideas for pieces to put in my portfolio to graduate. So this was actually my Koala Criminal video. The drawing that I created for it ended up being good enough to put in my portfolio, which I thought was pretty cool. I have a little annotation of my Koala Criminal video. That one's fun because I talk all about koalas, lots of fun facts about them, and really emphasizing how cool they are and the inspiration and the reasoning behind this illustration. Here we have my concessions illustration, a binturong and a beaver. The foods that they're eating have something to do with them themselves, which I was playing around with. And we've got this wholesome Learn My Stripes illustration here, lunch break illustration. This one's actually from, I think, the same koala video because marsupials have pockets, if you know what I mean. I've got my Duralligator Dentist illustration. I got all of these captioned as well with their titles. And then this spooked drawing goes with this one. So this should actually be next to this one. I just couldn't figure out a good way to have that happen, but I feel like they work pretty good separate as well. And the one thing I don't like about this page is that if I click on any of them, I can't really see a bigger version or anything like that. So it does kind of get cut off while you're scrolling. But again, I like the presentation of all of them like this, but I'll have to figure out how I can make it so that each drawing has a little opportunity to have a little page of its own or something so you can see the full thing. All right, so that does it for this page here. And I think it's awesome how the footnote kind of stays on every page of it, which I think is really important. That way at any time, anyone can get to any of my social medias and also see that copyright statement at the bottom too. So let's move on to if Disney humans were animals. And I decided to make this part of my website just because I really had a great time creating that series here on YouTube. And I think I want to go back and rework some of these, especially maybe my Tinkerbell one. But I really like how I can basically do whatever I want on my website. So I feel like this was a nice series to be able to add on to on my website. So we've got my Cruella de Vil ostrich. And in that video, I went in and talked about the similarities between Cruella de Vil and ostriches. The same with Kronk and Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove. I made a pull the lever Kronk illustration. And then Tinkerbell as a fennec fox, which I titled Fairy Fox. And all of these are clickable to get to the YouTube video themselves, as well as at the top here, I have a button that takes you to the whole playlist. Now, I'm not super crazy about this, how it like just blacks out everything, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna try to figure out which setting changes that, just because I feel like if you hover over it, you should still be able to read it, you know? So I'll have to mess around and see how to fix that. But otherwise, all of these links work. And I made it so that if you click a link, it goes to a new tab and not just taking over the tab that you're on, which I think is really important because I like to use a lot of tabs when I'm trying to go to a different place, but still want to revert back to the other one if I need to and whatever. You guys know how tabs work anyway. So that does it for that work section here. So let's go to the About section. And here I have that Meet the Artist statement. I have a little statement about me and why I create the art that I do and a little bit about me. I also have my Meet the Artist tag video here on YouTube where I drew this drawing. And I also have a link here, and if you click here, it goes to that video. I just love all of these embedded links. I think that's just so cool, and obviously it's so basic for websites to have this, but it's just so cool to me because I know nothing about coding or anything like that. So choosing Squarespace to make this website just made everything so easy, and that's probably why it only took me a day to come up with all of this. Anyway, there's a drawing of me. Let's scroll down, and you can have like a little section of your Instagram feed. So this is my Instagram feed right now. I have a few drawings in there. It has a link here too if you wanted to go follow me. I also have all of my links up here for all my socials, and they all work. All of these work, and again, there's that footer there. Let's go up to here, and yes, I will have a shop that is coming soon. I'm trying to figure out all of my print proofs so that I can make sure all of my prints look good for the drawings that I want to sell. But once I get all that figured out, as well as photos of the prints themselves, this section will be filled. That way you guys can go to my website and buy anything that you want. So definitely leave me a comment if any of my drawings from my sketchbook tours or concepts that you've seen me draw on my Instagram or here on YouTube. Let me know what you might want to see as prints or stickers or something, so I can start filling my shop with items you guys would be interested in. So that does it for my website tour here. And if I want to go back to the main page, just click the icon here and there we go. I really hope you guys enjoyed going through my website with me. I'm really proud of it so far. I feel like it's so on brand for me. And I'm really hoping to get more use out of it in the future when I start putting things in my shop, and maybe I'll eventually have a Patreon link as well. I'm just so excited for all the potential this website can have for me in my artist journey. So obviously I'm not drawing or anything in this video, but I also wanted to use my YouTube channel to kind of share my journey of becoming an artist all on my own and having my own business and all that with you guys, so that maybe if you're a growing artist like me, you can kind of follow along and maybe learn some things from my mistakes or just how I do things. I also wanted to give a shout out to Emily Artful, who I used her wonderful sponsorship code on Squarespace to get 10% off my first domain. So that definitely definitely came in handy here, as well as the subscription to keep my website up. So big ups to Emily Artful for that. I notice a lot of the artists that I follow on YouTube at some point had a Squarespace sponsor, and I just adore Emily Artful's content, and I definitely thought of her because I remember she had a sponsorship from Squarespace a few times actually. So I would definitely recommend using her if you're thinking about doing a Squarespace website of your own. And like I said, this one only took me about a day and I'm so impressed with it. And I can show you right now how to get to Emily Artful's YouTube so that you can also get 10% off. Like I said, I'm not sponsored, so this is the best way I can get you guys to save a little money and support an artist that I just really adore. So you can go to my YouTube page here, and then under my favorite art channels over here, there's Emily Artful. If you click on her profile, and if you go to, I believe it was her Belle Delphine drawing, highly recommend you watch the whole video, but if you want to cut to the chase, her Squarespace link is down here for her sponsorship. If you want to help her out a little bit, so definitely go show her some love. It would mean a lot to me. Or if you're not creating a website right now and you just want to watch a really good content creator with all kinds of amazing art and hilarious commentary, please, please, please go check out Emily Artful. This is her channel here. She's got beautiful art and lots of really fun content. So please go check her out. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like and subscribe for more art and animal related content. As you can see, there's all kinds of animals here on my website. And I also want to start using this channel more as an art journey channel as well, just because I am an artist on a journey and I think it'd be cool to share it with you guys. So let me know if you want more videos like this where I show you bits of my life as an artist. If you made it this far, please leave me a comment and let me know what your favorite part of my website is. If you're an aspiring art business person, if you are an art business person and you have any tips you want to give me, those are always welcome. Any feedback or other video ideas are always welcome as well in my comment section, so feel free to leave me a comment about whatever you want and let's have a conversation below. My next milestone on YouTube is 100 subscribers and we're almost at 80 subscribers. That means we're basically 20 away from 100. My birthday is this month and it would be so cool if I could hit 100 subscribers so then I can have a custom URL on YouTube. Thank you guys for all of your support so far on my channel and on all of my other social media. It really does mean a lot to me and I do take the time to read all of your comments and respond to them because I feel like it's the least I can do. I'll have Emily Artful's YouTube channel and some of her social media, as well as my social media and other videos you might like to watch of mine down in the description. So be sure to check those out if you're interested. And I also have affiliate links to all of the supplies that I use to create my YouTube videos. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.